We are rapidly approaching the solstice, the time of year when the Earth pivots from one year into the next, and we thought that was a really good time to have a look ahead at what 2025 has in store for the world of sustainability. And at Greenheart, the team think that this can be summed up very simply. We think this is the year that sustainability moves very firmly from being desirable to essential. Um, there are three key trends that we see happening at the moment. First is the tightening of regulation. This year has seen a huge swathe of regulation, particularly in Europe. And although there's been a little bit of softening over the last couple of months, and we will see the burden on business ease a little bit from where we anticipated, that is definitely something that is here to hit us. A lot of it bites in 2026, so 2025 will be the year to get ready for it. And what we're finding by and large is that companies aren't yet really up to speed with where they need to be. So regulation is the first thing. Second thing, stakeholder expectation. That's been an influence for a long time now. What we're hearing a lot of recently, particularly in the context of those supplying big, particularly public sector organizations, is continued upward pressure on businesses and suppliers to prove their deliverables, prove their progress on sustainability. Not just about having a plan and having targets, but about actually starting to achieve those now. And again, we think by and large, companies are slightly behind the pace on that. The third one, and again, we're hearing a lot of this from the companies we're talking to, is the actual tangible impacts of climate change on their business model, particularly when you look at sectors that are close to the land, like food, farming, textiles, travel, hospitality. They're all beginning to report that climate change is having physical impacts on them and their supply chain. So all of the above, I think, is shifting sustainability from anywhere in a way being a nice to have, very much into the strategic planning sphere of businesses. Of course, we don't have universal tightening of regulation. In the US, we're expecting some deregulation with the incoming administration. And what we've seen in the past is sometimes that can give some weight to the voluntary frameworks like B Corp, because progressive businesses want to be able to demonstrate their leadership where the policy environment isn't showing it so much. Speaking of B Corp, of course, you'll have heard us say a lot by now, the new standards are landing mid next year and they will impact businesses certifying or recertifying from early 2026. So again, next year is the year to be prepared. That's going to be a big change and we all need to be prepared for it. So overall, as I say, I think this shift from desirable to essential is the hallmark of what we'll see in the year ahead. Before I go, there's just one other thing that we're excited about. 2025 is a particularly special year for Greenheart. Stay tuned to find out why.